Hi friends, do you know that if Richard Hart's coins, Pulse, PulseX, EX, PHEX, Inc., if they were all one coin, the price would be about 5 cents hex, which is down 90% from its all-time high still, a bit more, but it's something to think about. So it's not doing great. I mean, for example, Poo-Poo Chainlink is still like 18, 19 bucks. That would be the equivalent of hex being 19 cents. Just to show you how far away we are to go. That's the ecosystem. That's if you counted all the coins. And we're not counting all the coins, are we? It's basically, hey, did you go all in on Pulse? You win. Are you in hex? Sorry, you were the sacrificial lamb. PHEX and EHEX, mind you. Now, I don't speak to Richard Hart. I'm sure marketing genius, he can figure something out. And there's probably pretty much one more cycle left. You know what I mean? Last year on was the first cycle. This is the second cycle. Hurrah. And Pulse and PulseX. Basically, we got like one more big show, and then we'll figure out cycle 3 stuff later on. Now, I wonder if everyone's thinking about, should we have done one coin? Should we have done one coin? Probably yes. I hate to say it. Now, you couldn't have known, because at the time, not saying, I don't think it was a wrong call. How would you know, man? You see, Richard saw Uniswap, and then he saw Ethereum and Binance Chain and Cake, and he's like, all of these has market cap, all of these has value. Why try to do everything in like one coin? Because the market's choosing it. They work already. Let's do it. Should have made it one coin. Should have been one coin. Now we feel it. That could have been a big thing because, and a lot of people were saying, should have made it Hex Chain and Hex Coin. I don't think so. I think it should all just be Pulse Chain. I'm wondering how it would be if we gave a Pulse Chain contract. You know he can still do that, by the way. Don't know if you guys know, because he has the origin address. He could give you a certain portion. If you're in Hex, you can be given a portion of the Pulse network. You have to take some deal, and it is what it is. But then obviously there's a risk again, right? Because, okay, Hex is DeFi narrative from the last cycle. The altcoin thing, yes, it's losing kind of like the product market fit as we see over time. Sure enough. But then again, Pulse Chain is alternative layer 1 and PulseX is a DEX. They're now cycle 2 as well. Like, you know what I mean? What if they also lose relevance next time? So, I don't know. I'm not the genius, man. I don't know. I'm just a peanut brain. I'm just telling you that. I think it would have been easier. Everyone's on one team. Like, I'm just telling you now, man. I think it should just be Pulse Chain and Inc. Imagine Pulse Chain, you had the validators and a buy and burn, and all of it's going in. And you have the Inc farms, right? Where everyone can speculate on that stuff. Imagine you had that. I think it would be quite fascinating. Because PulseX is God tier, by the way. PulseX has a buy and burn as well. And imagine you could stake that, and you'd probably get more yield for staking as a validator. You get, so if you want to do the work, you get that. I wonder how that would have been. Just something to think about conceptually, because even if you add up all the coins, friends, that's a lot of people, including your non-friend Timmy Bones. He would call that cope, and it pretty much is cope, because in this imaginary world where you added up all the coins in your one coin, you're only down 95% from the high, 90% from the high-ish. Yeah, that's something to think about. So I wonder what could be, but that's always a solution. I'm not even putting it out there, but you never know. He's got the origin address coins, right? He's like, hey, Hexagons, you got to do that. Now, don't be scared. It's all right. Just telling you, like, friends, it's very, very obvious in crypto to get, look, this is the truth, all right? When we discover a use case in crypto, it is a real discovery, all right? It's literally like Christopher Columbus riding on his horse and discovering like China, all right? So back in the days, it was magical. That's what it is right now. When we discovered like Uniswap, it really leveled up the whole industry. However, these people who invent this stuff, Richard Hart is not that guy. He doesn't invent stuff, okay? He doesn't do that. He tweaks stuff. So the car has already been made. He's like, you know what? Let's put a better steering wheel. Let's put 4 wheels instead of 3. Okay, let's put a door. Let's put an air conditioning. Let's change a color. That's what he does. He tweaks that stuff to improve it. He stands on the shoulders of other giants, and then he improves it. That's what he basically does. But the invention part That's the kicker. They're the ones that last. For example, DEXs and the first mover advantage. And I'll pretty much tell you right now, you and I, we're never going to find the unicorn like that. Never. Because the people who invent this stuff, they are doing it. They're eating like Hot Pockets in their rooms. They got like, you know, skid stains on their underwear, haven't had a shower in 4 days, and they're just coding away. All right. That's the type of people who do that. So it doesn't mean we give up. It just means like this is the reality of things. There's diminishing attention over time because people are constantly trying to find new stuff. Remember, crypto is super long duration. So it's the truth, right? Because you're dealing with people coming in, it's people's attentions you're dealing with. There's no cash flow in crypto. You don't have a long history of like 15 years of, let's say there's, friends, imagine one day we have like crypto cards and like there's a big crypto card that has discounts at all these supermarket stores, and when you buy it, it goes and buys and burns a token, and your family's been using it for 15 years. And you're like, oh, these guys are never going away. You know what I mean? That's the future. That's very, very far into the future. We're not there yet. So it's very hard for you to even think long-term in crypto because like even with HEX, right, the bet is you're going to be a store of value money base, but you need stuff around it to enhance it. You know, Bitcoin actually has a crypto industry kind of doing the job for it, but it is taken away from it over time. So don't worry about this Bitcoin ETF and stuff pushing up the price here and there. That's all these institutions using this store of value, but you'll see what I mean over time. So it is something to think about. I wonder what the captain's call is going to be. Because look, man, at the end of the day, it really would have been easier if everything was just Pulse Chain, right? Made a new name, everyone gets put in, and it is what it is. So it doesn't mean like it's not going to work or anything. It just means, yeah, that's it. There's winners and there's losers now within the ecosystem. How does everybody win? Because look, the biggest telltale sign, friends, is this. All right, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. There's a reason why PulseX doesn't have single-side staking. Because it's too strong. Duh. Why? What do I mean by too strong? Well, PulseX is already deflationary. It's already got a buy and burn, hyper buy and burn. It's God tier tokenomics. You own the casino. Right? The only use case in crypto is everybody gambling over and over again. Okay, sweet. Well, we take a fee from everybody gambling and just keep buying up this coin infinitely. Now, if you introduce staking to that, woo! No way. It's like that. This is unheard of, by the way. This is God tier. You're not allowed to do that. That's like, whoa. But here's the problem. If you introduce staking, HEX has already been butchered with its product market fit. It went to incentive token. The people who joined in for yield and stuff. See, friends, I know, yes, 10% of you joined HEX for family mindset, long-term staking. That's 5 to 10%. 90% listened to Richard Hart. Pumpamentals, price go up. Yield, 40% APY. That's what they came for. All right. So that's pretty much it. Now, if you want them to stay, by the way, you got to keep getting the price to go up and actually be a store of value in a crypto bear market and not do DeFi altcoin stuff. So HEX's product market fit, unfortunately, it's gone to Ink. Ink gives more yield. Ink flies around, and it is what it is. Now, look, here's the thing, man. When you have a lot of money, you could just reprice HEX higher. You could. But you insert all that money, I wonder where the market would price it in as well, because the ratios basically tell you, left up to itself, what's happening. And it's exactly the truth I've shown you now. So left up to itself, friends, as we've started the crypto bull market, like, you know what people have been doing. They go, well, the layer 1 chain is newer. You got the PLS PHEX pulse chart ratio, right? So this is a 3-day chart. You're seeing like, okay, bear market risk off. See, HEX is strong. Bull market risk on. This is going like, this is going down. That's the people favoring Pulse. Remember, they're favoring Pulse instead. So let me know what you think. Do you think it should be one coin? Will it ever be? Probably not. They'll just be everything else. Because like I told you, man. All right. I had no Luna coins and I defended Luna people. I had no Celsius accounts. I defended people who lost money in Celsius. I had nothing on FTX. I still defended people who were victims of Soy Bankman-Fried and his little cucumber. All right. Even people who called me out and called me scum. All right. When they cried because they lost their little $600,000. Yes, I defended them. All right. And they apologized. Now I'm telling you, I'm sticking up for people who got gaslit with EHEX, and as everyone tries to pick kids now, because I'm telling you, this is just what happens, friends. The kids, all the coins, they start to get wider and wider and wider. You start to actually see what people really, really want, because throwing everything around splits all the economic energy. All of it. All right. All of it. Like, I just noticed for you, right? You know, I'm making a lot of content all the time. Even when I write YouTube thumbnails, Pulse Chain, PulseX, HEX, PLS HEX, and you know what I mean? It's a word salad. What do we write? Richard Hart coins? Okay, it doesn't sound like real DeFi, you know? You know what I mean? Like this, you're trapped. That's why it's just easier. That's why, see, here's the thing. You leave it up to the market. Market just goes Pulse Chain. That's our store of value thing. That's the safest. And it's liquid, and I understand it, right? If you want more leverage, PulseX, that's what the market's choosing, left up to that. So it is what it is right now. Obviously, you can't knock back that there's a billionaire whale who likes his own coins, and it's like, oh, you're never going to die. Yeah, you can't knock that, friends, but you can't fight the bigger market too, and he knows that. He's not stupid, right? It's obviously a genius. He's the billionaire, I'm not. So, yeah, conceptualizing these things, it's important, because you yourself, you're starting to see in these ratios as they play out, they're not random. All right, they're not random. When you're doing like weekly things, they're not random at all. All right, over this long time frame, people are choosing the best characteristics they want. They like Pulse being a layer 1 chain. Sweet, you're the gas. Cool. Might go up in the future, just like Ethereum. They like that. PulseX, you own the casino, right? You don't even have to like the coin. You think meme coins are cool? Well, what about the meme coins on Pulse Chain? Well, guess what? What about all the trading tax fees from those meme coins? Hyper buying PulseX, right? Super, super easy. So this is just, it's a concerning issue, but not really concerning. It's just, yeah, I'm going to be fine, friends. I'm just worried about people who pick wrong, because, you know, look, I hope it works out such that you just get everything and everything works out. I really do. However, I'll just ask you to think about people who said we would be 10 to 20x, no, more than, friends, no one said we'd be 10x higher in price today. Actually, they said the minimum from his 15x. So you should be 15x richer today, according to basically pretty much everyone else except me. Now, they've been reading this every single step of the way wrong. All right, I'm not going to know ifs or buts about it. They ignored every ratio. They ignored every macro trend. They ignored product market fit. They ignored crypto's product market fit. They ignored what worked in the last time. They're ignoring what people are saying they want today, right? Even though they're all fluff. Yeah, we know AI is fluff. We know it is. Guess what? Keep fighting it. See how that works out. Can I tell you, friends, you know Bitcoiners called Hex fluff back in 2021, right? And they're right. I guess so. Look what happened, okay? Because if you bought Hex back then, all right, look, Bitcoin recovered, Hex didn't. So why'd they call it fluff? They said, look, this is all the thinking minds and stuff. They go, well, Hex is fluff because I remember all their talking points. They go, well, you have a treasury here and it's a liquidity pool and everyone's just taking inflation out. It is what it is. And there's no proper meme narrative, first mover advantage around this product to give it consistent buying demand. All right, because they basically said, hey, you got a billionaire who comes, I like this product, therefore I'm going to force my will on the world. That's what I remember, that they were saying that conceptually. All right, now obviously the community would gather around this billionaire and Richard Hart and it'll go bigger and bigger. But now you're getting to see, right, what ended up playing out more. Bitcoin goes up, reverses all-time high. Richard can't even say I called the top in the day. That was literally the only bragging point, by the way. It's finished, completely gone now. Now it's seen as, from the outsiders, oh, that dude that made a trade 3 years ago, we didn't care about that anymore. That's what, if you go reach the Bitcoin people and Ethereum people with all the money, that's what they're actually saying right now. They're like, get over it, dude. No one cares about your trade anymore. All right, you got the next part wrong. That's what they're basically saying. So, you know, so that's what you basically, you got to think about these different things. And yeah, I was always wondering, right, even if it was one coin, think about it. If it was one coin, friends, it's not even a super, super high price. So even it's theoretical, doesn't mean it's like changed the game much. Remember, instead of HEX being 1.5 cents, you've got 5 cents, right? And maybe that equivalent market cap with Pulse Chain, because everything's 5 billion, right? However, though, knowing all these, you don't have to get concerned, really, just because, look, every single cycle, when Bitcoin does its ferocious pump, people come for that residual stuff at the very, very end. Look, you can do what you want. It is what it is, but we do have, look, there is definitely a rift. There's something that's drawn in between, and you're basically seeing stuff retail wants, and they say they want, and they'll FOMO buy anything, no matter how trash they are. And then you have everything else, bad products, good products, everything in between, retail saying we don't care about it. So you don't know how it works out, right? Because what's even a good product in crypto, friends, right? In business world, in stocks, the meme of stocks, you need to make cash. If you can get cash flow, your product doesn't even need to be good or bad or whatever. The market knows, hey, I don't care about this product. People are buying it, right? It's working. Yet in crypto, everybody is changing attention every 5 seconds. All right, so that's why we're really a super long duration asset. You basically, if you haven't figured it out yet, I've told you, made many videos on this last year, many videos. I told you basically what you're betting on is you're betting on your community sticking together and growing to enough critical mass size such that when the next Uniswap invention comes out and the next Aave and the next NFT marketplace or whatever they make, and they're more streamlined and they allow you to connect to your bank account and more real world stuff. Basically link to the real world, right? Real world assets. You can find a way to get a cash flow, right? A proper use case. Now, I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. Remember, I used that supermarket credit card example. Imagine there was a coin out here. Like, imagine Richard Hart released a credit card, international credit card or debit card, all right, from your bank account, and it links to your crypto wallet. And whenever you buy, right, what it will do is it will round up to the nearest dollar and it will go buy like HEX or Pulse Chain or PulseX off the marketplace. And it will do that. And you would have like discounts in the real world and discretionary spending and all these, I'm using like a cute like real world example that the people use with like supermarket items and stuff, right? So, but we're nowhere near that because crypto, we're so early to crypto. All right, but you got to admit, right, the use cases that we make, remember, polishing stuff that already exists, how's that working out? All right, not really working out the way everyone really wants it to, right? Because, like Bitcoin, if you try to polish Bitcoin, what happened to your store of value coins? Wrecked. Narratives, wrecked. Store of value is now in its 4th cycle, by the way. There's only one Bitcoin. What about Ethereum? You try to polish Ethereum, you know what I mean? You have to get backed like Arbitrum. What's happened to everything else? Now, everyone's hoping that they're going to be like faster and stuff. Yeah, we'll see. Can you think of any others? Not really. Can you polish Chainlink as an oracle? Good luck. It's all about the connections there. You got the first mover advantage. You got everybody there. Can you polish Monero? Maybe. Some privacy solutions. But I already told you, people don't want to store heaps of value in these. They just want to transact in the privacy. We've got to find solutions out. So this thing is bigger than we think, and people are always trying to figure it out. And that's why these things, if you get it on a cycle 1 narrative, people don't even know it's going to be a cycle 1 narrative. They just believe in that thing, and a lot of it's to do with luck as well as hard work. Okay, so there is no magic formula here and there. We just know one thing: you can count on speculation coming in, and people will come back. They see candles going up. They're like, hey, I wonder if this thing does go to $1 or $2. That eventually comes up, but your timing of the cycle of when it comes, that's another thing. So everyone's still trying to figure it out. Remember, everybody's still riding on the coattails of Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. There's more people still coming in. Right. So how do you even like wrestle this going forward? I still have 90% call, 10% lottery. You just always got to be mindful of these things. No one's really solved all of it out. But on the other hand, retail, even though most people call them stupid, they're learning. They learn each cycle. They learn, oh, I got to get in the newer stuff. I got to get in the newer stuff early and early and early. They're just like, keep making products. We want to get in constantly, be early, constantly. Do you blame them? Everything else that's old keeps diminishing. So, look, every single person tells me, how do we know we're not the next XRP? Every single community, by the way, every coin. How do we know we're not the next XRP? I don't know. You know, XRP is just playing for a freaking ETF anyway. But that's a cash out for the founders, for Ripple. So they don't have to dump their crappy little 7% inflation per year. They can dump everything out. Is everything else playing for that too? You let me know.